Hi, Vicki here again, glad you're still with us. There are quite a few more bits of highly useful info coming your way, so stick with us. In this video, I'll be giving you a bit more detail about getting the sound going in Syrinscape and adjusting it so it sounds just right for your story. So as a reminder, to get a sound set ready to play, simply select it here in the left-hand column. And remember, you can always do a keyword search for the type of monster or location you're looking for. So this time I'm going to bring up a will-o-wisps encounter. Looks like there's a couple of options here for setting my battle. In a forest and underground in a barrow. Spooky. I'm going to go with the forest because that sounds so much more pleasant. Clicking this pleasant forest mood, listen to the way the sound fades in nice and smoothly. In this mood, we have 6 different elements playing. The general sound of delightful countryside, the sound of wind blowing through tall trees, and then this element here layers over the top of that wind sound with various more fir tree specific swooshing sounds, giving a good variation to the sound of that wind. This slider here is the volume for that element. It was set quite low by the mood that we selected, so have a listen to the fir trees if I turn the volume right the way up by sliding that slider all the way over to the right. Every time this timer ring makes its way around, a new sample is played. So listen to the way each sample sounds a little bit different, and if you have good surround speakers or headphones on right now, you'll probably be able to hear the different samples coming from a different place each time. And this all works together to keep the sound of this environment fresh and ever varying. Okay, we still have more to look at in this mood. Let's reset the mood to its original state by double clicking it. That will turn the fir trees down again so they blend in properly, and of course, like everything in Syrinscape, that change in volume happens smoothly so the sound design doesn't attract attention to itself or break the immersion for your players. There are 3 more elements playing in this mood down here at the bottom, and these are all just occasional sounds that happen every now and again to add into the mix. And my favourite is the elk. It's just such a weird call. Note how slowly that timer ring is progressing round. That's because an elk sound only plays quite rarely. It'd be weird for them to be calling all the time, so it's been designed purposely to allow longer pauses between the calls to keep it sounding natural. But if I want to hear an elk right now, I can actually double click on that play button and the remainder of that randomly chosen time will disappear. It's such a great sound. I can always get an element to skip to the next sample playback by double clicking the play button. So for instance, if a song within a music element is playing that doesn't quite fit the moment right now, I can skip to the next track by double clicking the play button. Or of course I can turn the volume down on that element, or even just switch it off by clicking the play button once. Okay, now we can progress through to nearby wisps. Note how the mood changes just a little, foreshadowing the danger that lurks just out of sight. A few different elements have started, for example a much more spooky wind, some weird ghostly presence noises and the sounds of will-o-wisps. Playing, chatting, I don't really know what they do in their spare time, but whatever it is, it's just about audible and a bit disturbing. Time to roll for initiative, I think, and with a click of Forest Battle, I can just let that run while I work on making my player characters' lives a misery. As before, I can adjust the volume of the various elements that are playing, or stop something that I don't need. I can also trigger these wonderful one-shots here. For example, if the wisps use their consume life ability, I can make that really sting with this awesome sound while the hapless player makes their con save. And that really is a nasty ability. Note if I hover over these one-shots, I can see the keyboard shortcuts that will trigger them. The global one-shots also have shortcuts, so if a player fails at save, I'll have the Wilhelm scream available to punctuate that special moment. If you don't have the Wilhelm scream, it will appear once you install the Tavern Brawl sound set. In an upcoming video, I'll show you how you can use third-party integration links to trigger moods and one-shots without even having to navigate around the Syrinscape interface. But for the moment, that's the end of our session, so time to push stop. And note that lovely smooth fade out. In the next video, I'll show you how you can actually mix and match content from different sound sets, save those custom mixes and arrange your moods so they're in the right order and ready to go. I'll also show you how you can organise that left-hand column into a useful playlist of things you need available right now using the campaign manager, which I mentioned a couple of videos ago. There's still so much good stuff to come that will make running sound during your games even easier. But in the meantime, I'm going to press play on my favourite one-shot, which is the fire spell.